Child sexual abuse is more common than most people think. It will interest you to know that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 10 boys suffer some form of sexual violence before age 18. One of the ways to end discord is to effectively handle such cases and end the impunity. What to do when a child has been sexually abused? Number 1, be calm. Realizing that a child has been sexually abused by a family member or anyone else can take a toll on you as a parent, guardian, or caregiver. The emotions you feel are normal and they will range from shock, fear, anxiety, anger, and shame. Find a way to manage your feelings. This is important because you would need to focus on making right decisions and creating a safe environment for the child. Be calm as they narrate the event to you. Do not push for every detail of the abuse if the child is not ready to tell you. Do not interrupt when they do, and ensure that you are visibly calm. 2. In their own words and on their own terms. Allow them to tell the story in their own words. Do not try to help them construct what happened. With patience, they will eventually be able to confide in you and share what happened. 3. Believe the child. Let the child know that you believe them and listen carefully to them. Acknowledge that the abuse was not their fault and assure them that they should not feel guilty about it. 4. Reassure the child. Assure the child that they are free from further harm and that they are not in any trouble. Reassure them of your love and let them know that they can always talk to you. Protect the child. You need to focus on creating a safe environment for the child. Reassure them that they are free from further harm. Immediately end the abuser's access to the child and report to law enforcement as soon as practicable. Sexual abuse can change a child's worldview, and parents tend to panic and encourage children to suppress and forget the abuse happened. This can be very harmful and likely affect a child psychologically in the future. We recommend that you immediately notify law enforcement. While the reality of sexual abuse can be painful and unsettling, especially if it's within the family, ending the secrecy surrounding the event can help both you and the child heal when the abuser is arrested and convicted for their crime. Get medical help. Immediately get medical help, preferably from a certified health worker who is experienced in child sex abuse. The caregiver and medical professionals should explain the procedure of any medical test and investigation they intend to carry out on the child so that they are not further traumatized. In the event that the form of sexual abuse is penetrative, that is rape or other forms of oral sex, request for prophylaxis treatment to prevent HIV, hepatitis, and other sexually transmitted diseases. Emergency contraceptives should be administered to adolescent girls to prevent pregnancy. As soon as you can, get a child psychologist or counselor to assess the mental well-being of the child and provide therapeutic treatment. As a parent or caregiver, you may also need psychosocial support, as may the child's entire family. You can check our resource section for a list of psychosocial support providers in your area. Encourage, but do not force the child to settle back into a regular routine to aid their healing. Children whose parents or caregivers are supportive tend to heal faster. When the abuser is a family member, one of the hardest forms of abuse to deal with is when the abuser is a family member. The tendency is to cover up the crime so that the family can move on. The truth is that in such instances, the family does not move on. Trust is eroded for all time, and the mental health of the child and safety of other children is jeopardized. You must put the best interest of the child first and consider the well-being of other children who may get in contact with the abuser. Sexual abusers rarely ever perform the crime just once. They are usually serial abusers who need to be identified as such and prevented from ever perpetrating this kind of crime again. Please report to law enforcement as soon as you can and refuse to let the matter die till justice is obtained. Often, you will face the challenge of family members who are in denial that the abuse occurred and insist that the issue be dropped. Insults from family members who insist that you are dividing or shaming the family. If you are not a family member, that it is a family matter, then that you should mind your business. Sexual violation of children is a crime, and you need to act bravely in the best interest of the child. Take all of the steps listed earlier. In addition, enlist the assistance of the Department of Social Welfare in your state or an NGO that works in this area if you feel that you will be unable to bear under the pressure to drop the matter. If the abuser is a parent or caregiver with whom the child lives, the Department of Social Welfare or the NGO will work to obtain a child protection order and may remove the child from the abusive environment for their safety. Enlist the help of a psychologist or a counselor trained to handle such matters to provide psychosocial support to the family. If it occurred at school, insist that beyond firing the offender, the matter is reported to the police. A fired offender will simply find the next school on which to prey on children. Take all of the steps listed earlier. In addition, investigate to ensure that no other child has suffered abuse from the violator. In the event that they have, report the other incidences to law enforcement and ensure that the victims get medical and psychosocial support as well.